is the last demo for the Python programming language. And from the tomorrow, we'll continue with the continuous sessions like from the starting installation process, and then the basic data types like numbers, everything will start from the tomorrow. So for today, just we'll discuss about the couple of topics which can give more overview of how the Python syntax works, how you can write the code for Python, the syntax based related. So a couple of topics we'll discuss. I will show you in the programming level. Okay. Now, first of all, I want to give a discussion on. Let me share my screen. So can hope everyone can able to see my screen.
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. So I'm using white only. Yeah. Now, first I want to give a overview of data types. So here data types is nothing but we have a four different kind of data types we can divide. Like first of all, if suppose one is numbers, then it is a set, dictionary, and sequence. Okay. So from the data types, we have a four different kind. We can divide into the four different types. One is numbers, set, dictionary, and sequence. In this one, we have a again we can divide into the like integers. From the numbers, we have a integers and float. Set we don't have, only set is a single entity, and dictionary also same. But in the sequence, we have a string. String also a sequence data type, and list is another kind of, and tuple. So mostly we are going to work with the integers, float, set. Set is another kind. It is directly it is set, and dictionary is a one kind of data type which is directly this dictionary. From the sequence type, we have a string, list, and tuple. String also we know. String is how it is sequence is sequence of words. It is a sentence, we have a sequence of words, right? So it is comes under the sequence. And list is a sequence of like numbers or any kind of data type. List is acceptable any kind of data type. And tuple also same kind of, it will accept any kind of data type inside the tuple. So first we'll discuss these are the different kind of data types we have in the Python. We are going to overall in the Python programming language, we are working with all these data types. Okay. And here the main thing which is list and strings we frequently use. The list and string and dictionary, these we use frequently while creating the large kind of data set, or creating a huge data set or table. So at that moment we create a dictionary kind of data formats. Okay. Of course, in the if we see if we are accessing the data from the API, it is in the JSON format, and we convert the JSON format into the dictionary format. Like, so to understand in a tabular format, we need a dictionary. We are going to use in the dictionary format. Okay. So next, we'll discuss on the list data type from the sequence data types. Okay. So list is a collection of items. List is a collection of items, and which accepts any kind of data type. Any kind of data type. It means, so for example, string is only have a string data type, right? But list can accept any kind of type inside. First of all, list representation with the square brackets. It is a representation of list. This is the list, and inside the list we can add any kind of data type. For example, I'm adding number integer 1 and floating point 0.25, and value like string value like Python. String will representation with the double quotes or single quotes. Python is a string value, and string we have. Next we have another one which is boolean value like true or false. True. And we have a tuple, right? Tuple also we can access from here. Tuple will representation in the 2 comma 10 comma 5 something. It is in the not in the square bracket, it is a parenthesis, like, okay. And this is a list we can consider. So list is acceptable with the any kind of data type, like one integer, float, string, and boolean or tuple, any kind of data type which accepts, okay. Now, so what is the main features, like what we can do with the list? So list can accept any kind of data type, and if we want to add, it will mutable, in the sense we can add a new value to the list in a dynamic way. For example, in the while running the code, if we want to add any kind of new data type or new element into that list, we can add that. For example, we have a 1 to 10 numbers, and in the running code, like, we can add a new value like 11 after this list. We can add a 11 value to this is called mutable, okay. So we'll discuss mutable and immutable while discussing the list and tuple. The differences between the list and tuple we'll discuss. So mutable is nothing but we can change the data inside the list. We can change the data inside the list. So we can add data in a particular in a particular index as well. Like, I mean, if we add directly, the we have a functions, inbuilt functions for the list, which can accept any kind of data type into the list, and it will add into the list at the end position. Okay, at the end position we can add the data. Okay, but there is another feature which we have. We can add in a particular position as well. I mean, for example, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 and 5 we have elements in the list, but I want to add a number like for example, string value like Python, I want to add particular position in a particular position, for example, after 2. So you can directly add with the append method. We can add in a particular position. Insert is a method which can use to put this string value in a particular position. Okay, insert of 2 and 0 1 2 in a, insert of 2 equals to Python. So this will help you to insert this Python value in a particular position of second index. So the list will change like 2 and Python, then 3, 4, and 5. If you don't use any kind of methods like insert or something, we have other methods like append we'll discuss now, but it will store at the end position. Like, if you don't use any kind of insert methods, then it will directly, for example, list is a list a variable like list1 dot append of, for example, if you use this method Python, then it will directly insert after 5, 1 comma 2 comma 3 4 5, then it will insert after 5. So there is, we are not specifically mentioned that insert in a particular position. We are directly mentioning that this insert into the list as a string value, this Python string value. So it will directly insert at the end position, not in a
Yeah.
particular position. So
Insert
these
to
are the
means
yeah.
insert to means that is index or it's a value name. Value name.
Index 2 is a index value, index position.
So
So
we
in a
should not.
particular index,
That is two is a position or a value.
it is a position.
Two.
Insert of 2 equals to Python, then it will store in a particular position, in a second position, like the second index position, it will insert Python.
So the number which you wrote two is a uh,
Index value, index position,
position, right? Not the value.
not value, index, that is all. Okay.
Index. First it will just start with zero, right? Zero, one,
Yes,
two. Okay,
zero,
okay,
one, two. Yeah. So
okay,
0, 1, 2. The second position we are adding the Python.
okay, okay. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now, so if we don't any give any kind of index position like insert method, then it will directly add at the end index. Okay. So now this is the one. So we'll work with the implementation perspective on multiple. There are other methods as well. We'll discuss on one by one now.
So what if we want to overwrite a value in a specific index?
Yeah, we can do that, and a particular index equals to some values exist, right? For example, yeah, I will show you that. For example, list insert of two if you write. Okay, insert of two if you write in the particular position. If you want to add, we have a other method like append or something. We'll do that way. Like we'll directly override. You want to override, right? So at that moment, we need to mention in the different format. I will show you that. Not a problem. Okay. Instead of saying I will, if we work out that. Okay. Now first I'm creating a one list which um is var list. The variable name itself new list equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, and user list I'm running new list, so we'll get that. Now what are the methods we have from for the particular list? So methods are by default we can the Python will provide like predefined methods we have. What are the different methods we have? One is append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, or reverse. All this. So, so these are the methods to override or any insert new values or clear the data or remove the data, clear the or remove or reverse order. All these methods for the particular list we can do from these methods. Multiple methods we have, and for first we'll go with the append method. So now this is the new list, and I want to add how to understand better. We have an option like if we enter shift and append, sorry, shift tab. These are the doc strings. What purpose this method is working? Okay, it will give the more information about what purpose this method is written. Append object to the end of the list. So if I add 10 number here, and now I'm adding new list, enter. So append will work as a whatever the value we are entering, it will insert at the end position. Okay. So now I'm adding 10 here, and it will enter at the 10 last index position. So if you want to give a more clarity, so we can go with the append method, new list dot append, and this object is nothing but whatever the value we are adding, that is the object. I'm sorry, someone, could you please mute yourself? Yeah. So append object to the end of the list. So it will add a element at the end of the list. Okay. This is the append method. And we have other method which is clear. So we'll discuss copy. Copy will work. For example, I have a new list. One equals to new list of dot copy. So this is the method which I'm creating new list of copy. So this is the list which represents to 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Actually, it is created, right? Let's run here. So till 10 values also exist. This 10 value, till 10 value we have, and we are copying this list into the new list one. Okay. Now I'm running this code. After that, I'm adding new list dot append of 25. So I'm adding another value which is 25. Now I'm running this new list again. Here we have 25, and again for the I'm running another one which is new list 1. See, this value, this list value has a only 10. So why we need to use copy? Sometimes we are going to make some changes in the list, but we want to keep that some the result what we have, we want to keep as a backup. For example, we want to keep aside. Okay, then we can copy that complete list into another list, and we can use this particular list in a what wherever we required. Okay, but here in the upcoming, like in coming lines of code, we may make the changes in the particular list. Again, this list, new list. Okay, this is a new list one, and this new list. So if you want to make changes in the new list, but you don't want to do any kind of you don't want to lose that data, then we can copy this data to the another list variable. Okay, so whatever the changes we are going to do in the new list only, it will not impact on the new list one. Okay, this is a copied list. For example, I can take copy, new list copy. Okay, now copied, not copy, copied list. So copy list, then it will not impact anything on the new list copied values. Okay, for example, I'm adding again 30, and new list is 30, but new list copied will change now because the 25 also will come. Yeah, see, because after I added new list, again I'm appending, right, copying, right? So that is so. But if you see, again I removed the new list one, right? But still the new list one variable is exist. Still there is, it is the values exist. New list one and run is still there. So it will not, the Python cache is have all the variables which we created. So whatever the val, do not, we don't create a dummy variables every time. Okay, because uh, it will create a cache for every variable. So it is create a burden on the project side, like it will create a huge memory it will use, right? So it will create a memory usage issues from sometimes. Okay, and list will take lot of memory usage because it will accept any kind of data type, and it has a, it can hold number of there is no, it is around 245 bytes of data. Some we have a limit, but it will hold around 1 lakh 2 lakhs of records of in one particular list also sometimes. So it huge memory usage is very huge for list compared to dictionary. List is have a memory usage is very huge for this list. Okay, so sometimes after we create a list and we got a data, then we will convert this data into the dictionary format because dictionary will have a less huge memory usage. Okay, and coming to the next methods, new list is created 25. Now I want to copy is done. Count of, count will work like how many elements are exist with that value. For example, this is the value which I'm giving as an object value, the element value. Like for example, I'm giving 2. It is not an index, it is a value. So it is 1. Okay. Now if I'm giving 10, this is also 1, because in the new list we have only 10 value has a only one time. For example, dummy list, I will create a dummy list now. 1 comma 1 comma 1. comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 5 something I have created. In this dummy list, count of 1. So this value 1 is nothing but value. It is not an index, it is a value, and it gives the count of value. So how many times the 1 is exist in the list? Okay, so 1 is exist 3 times. For example, if I give 5, it is 2 times, and 3, it is only 1 time. So this is the, it will give the count of how many times the values exist in the list. How many times the value is exist in the list. This is the count method. Okay, now new list dot append extend. What extend will do? Let's see. New list dot extend iteratable extend list appending element from the iteratable. So this will help you to like when we want to, for example, I'm adding 3. So we want to use another list at that moment, we'll use this extend method. I will discuss, I don't want to confuse now. I will discuss this one in the later sessions. Now we'll add method index. Okay, index is a method which will is used to understand what is the value over there. For example, I am giving new list of 2. What is the new list value? First, let's see. New list equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3. So at a particular index 2, we have a 1 2 3, and 3 is the value here. Now if we see index 2 0 1 2, index of 2, no, 0 2. Okay, I'm sorry, I mistaken. Value starts with a 2. Yeah, I mean, what is the value of this index? I mean, I'm sorry. So this is the value, and in which position the values exist. I'm sorry. So in which position the values exist? Second, and if suppose I enter 10, so 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. So in the fifth index, the 10th values exist. 10th values exist at the fifth index. Okay, now if I enter 30, then so how it will this index will work? For example, we have 100 elements. Okay, in 100 elements or 100 students data we have, but we want a particular student value. Okay, uh, with the index method, we can get that particular student name. For example, students data dot index of, right, for example, this is a name we have, and so when I enter this name, the first name or something, then we can get that person index value. For example, this person Sai exists at the 70th position, 70th index, 70th index. So we can get with the help of index value, index method. Okay. Okay. We have already index we are using, right? Then why we need to identify the index value? Okay, every time we can't go with the values. Sometimes we need to go with the index value. With the index value, or with the index we want to make the changes. Okay, at that moment definitely we need a index value. So particular reason, first we need to identify the in which position or which index the values exist, then we can do our manipulations over there. So but that particular reason also the index will help for us. Okay, now this is not going to work, right? Now the index position 30th is 7th index, and now another method, which is index insert. Now insert will comes. Now what is the new list dot insert index dot object. Now insert. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just I want to add a value Python after 4. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a fourth index. So I want to add a index value 4, comma, value like Python. Okay, now if I run the new list again, so Python is inserted in a particular position and it is not overwritten what are the value exists at the fourth position currently. We are just inserting at the the position like fourth position. We are not overwriting. We are not overwriting with the fourth already existing fourth position. I mean, we are not overwriting with the fifth value, 5 value. We are just adding another value at the particular position. So it will move aside. Okay. Now, so this is the insert method. And for example, if you don't use any kind of if you want to add a new value to the list, but what wherever it's not particularly to put in a particular position, then we can use directly append method. But if you want to store the value in a particular position, then we will go for the insert method. This is the difference between insert and append. So both will work as the same, like it will store a value to the list, but only difference, if you want to insert in a particular position, then we'll go for the insert method. There is no restrictions or there is no any kind of requirements to put in a particular position, then we'll directly create a append method. Okay, that is a difference. Now, yeah, we'll discuss about the how we will override in coming session or coming. Okay, now pop. So what the pop will do? Okay, just see. Will is remove and return item at the index. Okay, remove remove and return item at the index. For example, if you don't add any kind of, this is the position, this is called index value we are giving. What we are giving here, this is the index value we are giving. If we don't give any kind of value over there, then it will directly remove. Pop will use to remove the elements. It will eliminate the elements from the list. Okay, and if we don't give any kind of index value here, it will directly remove the last element, the 30th element. For example, here the 3. Now remove 30. So it is the index value we are providing here. This is the syntax for this one. New list. Dot, sorry, pop index. Okay, so this index value we are providing, and it will return in the sense what is the output we are getting, right? Which value we eliminated. It is giving the value which we eliminated. Now if we don't give any kind of value over there like index value, it will eliminate the last element. If you provide particular element, for example, new list, right? Just I'm running again. So for example, I want to remove 10 here. I want to remove 10 here, and 1 2 3 4, sorry, 0 1 2 3 4 and 5 6. So if I put 6 here, then it will eliminate 6. Okay, now we need to understand how to find this 10th element. We have 100 elements, but we want to understand in what is the value, what is the index value for the particular element. Okay, at this moment the index will help. For example, new list dot index of 10. So now I want to get the index position value. For example, I'm writing position value. Okay, equals to, okay, here I want to give index like 10 value. I want to remove 10 value 10, and I don't know where the 10 values exist. I don't know. I have a number of elements, so I don't know where the 10 value exists. So it will, with the this kind of uh, method, index method, will get the position value, and this position value we are providing here directly. So this is the way, line by line, we can create a program. Like first we are trying to understand in which position the 10 values exist, and that position we are eliminating. Now directly we are eliminating 10. So I have provided the, I have combined two kind of methods here. I have used two kind of methods. Now in the new list we don't have a value 10. Okay. Now after make the changes in the list, the values, like after make the changes in the list, the again the indexes are repositioned. Now at a particular index, like sixth position, 0 1 2 3 4 5, the five values exist. Okay, sixth position. So the position will rearrange again. The indexes are rearranged after we eliminated or after we insert some data. The positions will rearrange. That we need to, every time it is not the same. Okay. So now we have a, we have done with the pop. What is the next step? We have remove. Remove. So what it will do? Remove. New list dot remove value. Remove first occurrence of value. It means um, okay. Here we have a 1 2 3 4 5 4 Python 5 2 5, right? It will remove the first occurrence value. For example, we may have 5 three times. Okay. At that moment, it will remove the first index. Like in a first, I will show you in a dummy list we have, right? Create, but 1 2 3 4 5 and 1 comma 4 comma 5. Again, I'm writing 1 comma 4 comma 5 dummy list, and sorry, dot remove of, if I enter value like 1, it will remove this value, the first index value, 0th index value. Okay, the 0th index value is removed. It will not remove the this value. It will only remove only the 0th index value. Just run this code. Now if I run the dummy list again, see 2 3 4 5 and 1 4 5 is already exist, still exists, 1 is exist at the same position. Now if I enter again remove of 5, so at this moment it will remove this value, the first occurrence value. Okay, the in a list, whatever the values exist, first occurrence value is going to remove with the remove method. Now remove
So difference between remove and pop.
pop. For pop we are giving position. Okay, for we are giving position in a particular
Okay.
position, what are the value we have, and remove we are removing with the help with the value, based on value. But
Okay.
pop is a based on the index value,
Okay. Pop will use the index and remove will use the value
value,
wherever that value exists. First
the
position,
first
just
occurrence
it.
value. Yeah, first
First
occurrence
occurrence.
value. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. So now remove, it's remove like the fifth. Here the first occurrence values exist, right? 5 1 4 5. So it's remove the first occurrence value here. Okay. Now new list dot, what is reverse. So what reverse will do? So directly it is simple. See, it will reverse the complete Python. Like previously we have 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 Python 5 2 5, right? But it reversed with the 25 5, like that way. It reverse the method, reverse the complete list. Okay, but sim if we, okay, now Here I want to give one more thing. New list dot reverse and enter here the new list. It is directly reversed. Okay, after how many times I enter the same new list, it is reversed directly. There is, it will come as is, right? Okay, I think it's not required right now. I will, while I'm explaining variables again, I will explain that. No, not a
Sandeep,
problem. Yeah.
uh, the reverse, it is reversing entire list, right? Can we do
Yes.
only particular values reverse? For example, last four values need to be reversed. Last five values will be reversed.
You mean only 1, 2, 3, 4? Then, for example, here
Ah,
till Python is the same exists, but you want to make the changes here, right? No,
not possible.
not. So if you want to get these values, like we can do other ways. Like we have a index and slicing method, right? We can take this value and we can take this as a reverse order. Then we can add in a particular list. Again, we create a new list for that. In
Okay,
that
but
way, we can
direct,
do
but with
directly.
reverse
Directly, we
function.
can't. Yeah, we can't.
Reverse means complete reverse. That's it.
Reverse. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So now other option we have sort. Other method which is sort. So what it will do? Just run. Sort in the list ascending order and return none. So it will do this ascending order. Uh, Example. Okay, we have a why it is not working here. Let's see. Not supportable between the string and integer because in a list we have a Python value, like the string values exist. We can't make a like ascending or descending with the string values, right? We have, if we have a values like 1, 2, 3, for example, dummy list will work here. For example, sort 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 5. Now if we enter, the dummy list will works like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. So why it is not working here for the particular list, new list? Because we have a string value exist in the list. So sort will not work here because of the string value. That is the error, like a less than not supported between the instances of string and integer. So we can't make the which is less than value, which is greater than value, right? With the comparison of string, it is not possible. So it will not provide. But in the dummy list, it's provided. Previously, we have some other order, but now it is different order. If we can do that way, another way like sort and reverse equals to true means descending order, then the dummy list will work in a descending order. 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we have a parameters here, key none reverse. So by default, eh, for any kind of method, they provide the parameters by default parameters we need to pass. If we don't pass, it will take as a default values. Here, I didn't provide any kind of reverse previously, but it is taken as a default value as false. So that is the reason it is provided in the ascending order. But now I mentioned that reverse equals to true. Reverse is equals is nothing but descending order. So I'm mentioning that reverse equals to true. Then the list is converted into the descending order. Okay. Yeah. So another one. Just let's try new list dot clear. This is we explain later, right? So let's take a instead of new list, take a dummy list. Dummy list dot clear. Remove all items from the list. Directly eliminate every item in the list. I'm clearing dummy list. Now dummy list is empty. It is simple empty list. Previously we have a value, but now there is no values for the dummy list. So it clear will clear every element in the list. Okay. So these are the methods. Uh, Another one, new list dot. We have added and this way, right? So this is the assign property. Just I want to recall like this is what you I think Sandeep someone asked, right? How we can insert the in a particular position, like a reassignment, like in a particular position instead of 5, for example, new list, and it is insert, right? If I want to make the uh, reassign some other value instead of Sandeep, I want to make the changes as something different, like other value. It is a we can add the data, but it will not provide for the particular position new value. We can't assign new value for that particular position. Instead of this one, for example, this is the way. So in a particular 0, 1, 2, 3 position, 0, 1, 2, 3, we can't make any changes to the this value. Either we can add in a before or after that, and we can remove this Sandeep value over there. But we can uh, reassign or giving a replacement of the value. Can't replace the value over there. I think someone asked the question. Can we replace the value? Right? Replace is not exist in the list. Either we can add the new value or we can add the new value in a particular position and we can remove the next index. Like we are adding already at the particular position like third index, right? Where I'm adding the Sandeep values at the third index. Okay. After that, I can remove this value 4 directly. Pop fourth index. Now its index new list is created with the 4 values removed over there. In this method, we can remove in a particular in this way. Okay. So these are the complete methods, predefined methods. These are the predefined methods. Of course, for the list, it's already predefined inbuilt functionality, right? So it's already it accepts only these kind of methods. Append, clear, copy, extend we'll discuss, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, and sort. All these methods are we can go with the every functionality here. And whatever the functionality, whatever the method we use, right? So for example, new list, and I'm adding append. Okay, I have another 5 minutes of time, so I will tell you this. So in a variable declaration selected, example, I'm adding value like age.
One thing, sorting it will do in a like ascending way or descending way.
By default, it will do in ascending way. By default, for example, so I created a new list. Have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, right? Okay. Now just I want to insert 0, 35. Just I'm adding value 35. 35, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, right? This is the not in a sorting order. Okay. Now I want to, if we add sort here, particularly if we don't provide any kind of parameter like reverse parameter, if we don't provide reverse parameter, this parameter reverse, then by default it will do ascending order like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 35.
Okay.
Particularly if you mention reverse equals to true, then it will do descending order. So reverse is the parameter to use either ascending or descending. If we use a reverse or equals to true, then it will work as a descending. If we don't use any kind of value here, by default false is exist here. Even if we mention reverse equals to false, then it will work as a ascending order. Okay. Now just I'm removing this ascending reverse equals to false. By default, it works as a reverse equals to false. Now new list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 35. But
Okay.
if you mention reverse equals to true, sorry, sort reverse equals to true, then it will work as a descending order. It's going to work as a descending order. We are giving instruction as a descending order. Now new list 35, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse order. Descending order, I mean. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the methods we are going to use in the list, and we can while coming to the that core when we start, right? So when I come to the list topic, there are multiple examples we can do. List will take 1 to 2 days because this is the most important. uh, in my experience, I can say that a list is a very important topic, like we frequently use in a project level. We frequently use, or we can get any kind of data, we can directly insert into the list because it is very easy to access and very easy to insert or update, or we can get the data in a easy manner. So that is the reason we can use, we are going to use list frequently in the project level as well, I'm saying. Okay. So very important topic. Dictionary is also very important. Like in we use a dictionary kind of data more frequently. Simple concept. I will tell another one. While creating the variables, for example, age is I have created, right? For example, not a name, because I'm creating Sandeep, right? And if I enter name again, Sandeep. Um so if we don't assign, like for example, first name, not this way. I want to, but yeah, I don't want to give strings here. Again, I will go with the list only. For example, I have a L1. L1 is a list. 1 comma 2 comma 3, and L2 is another list. 2 comma 4 comma 5. Now, if we enter L1 plus L2, then it is here. Okay. Now we can directly, if we don't use any kind of 1, 2, 3 and 2, 4, 5, it is inserted side by side. Like it's not a addition. We are adding two lists in a single list now. But if we want to use this value, this complete list, we need to assign this value to the another list, which is new list. For example, L3. Okay. Otherwise, we can't access the same value again. L3 will works here now. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. So this kind of assignments also we need to work. Here directly the new list is provided everywhere. That after make the changes, after the changes are happened, we got a new list one equals to in a descending order. But for particular reasons and other kind of data types like strings or variables related, it will not work. For the list it will work, but for other kind of data types like strings, it will not work. I will explain that in a good examples with a good examples. Okay, anyone have a questions?
No questions. One more thing, in the starting class we discussed like a REST APIs and all will be adding right in the our session.
Okay, actually in my course content I did not add it so far.
No, that is very important because we will be working with the servers.
That is just completely different kind of concept. I need to, of course, REST APIs is again, as I mentioned, the Python programming course, right? I have created. So in that one, I had not created REST APIs.
Agreed,
Basic,
but
the
what I,
advanced and core language, core Python and advanced Python I have added.
yeah, agreed, but that is very important when communicating with the servers. I mean, reading the data from another
Yeah, we
applications.
can, as I last time I mentioned, right? We can add the sessions for that in
Okay.
a basic level. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
how it will.
Just startup. At least we use a little bit, one or two sessions we give startup.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe after
understand.
some time, so
Yeah.
that will help us. From there, we will take it further.
Yeah, that is after the advanced, like the generators after the topic cells, right? We can add that. Couple of sessions we can add that.
Yeah, before starting Django, right?
Yeah, before starting the Django.
Okay.
And for me, you said like you will be including Flask also, right? I
Plus, okay.
Yeah, I spoke to
Yeah,
you regarding
no,
the
no.
DBA.
I think this is Sunday. You're Sunday, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry.
Sandeep only.
Yeah. So on
Hello.
the day, the particular requirement related, like for your requirement, so instead of going with the Django environment, we can go with the Flask. That is what I suggested. Like I suggested, like to go for the Flask. That is. But Flask is a framework and Django is a framework. Again, we can't merge two frameworks in a particular course content, right? That is. Here, Flask is a for your requirement. Definitely, Flask is more than enough. Like simple fetching the data, right? Only the fetching the data from the like the to access the database. Something the whatever the requirement you have regarding that, this Flask is more enough. That is my understanding. No need to create a very huge application.
Yes, but you said like you will be skipping some topics for me, and you just said like you will include only this Flask concepts, right? For me.
But uh, no,
Yeah,
no.
that was
I
the
think
discussion.
did I mention like did I mention I'm going to teach you like Flask everything? I said on that day we I remember like we discuss. Okay, we'll discuss in the
You said like I
separate chat
don't
type
need
something.
or other concepts. You said like you can go directly to the Flask and you will create a course content for that one itself.
I think for Python is a I mentioned as Python programming language is a we need to complete. Then we'll go for the for your requirement. We'll go for the Flask related environments, not Django. Django is not required as I mentioned. I remember that I mentioned that Flask is enough for your requirement. That is the well. Let's check with the mother sir also what I discussed, and just we'll discuss on that later. No problem after this call or something. Anyone have a question? Okay. So yeah, this is the last free demo. So we'll start continuous sessions from tomorrow. Yeah.